everyone, it's Matt from Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews. Recently, we were on Odyssey of the Seas, one of Royal's newest ships and the fifth one in the Quantum class. This ship is different from almost every Quantum class that came before it. It's classified as an Ultra Quantum class. So we did some shooting around the ship and we wanted to share it with you. So here's a tour of Odyssey of the Seas. Check it out. So let's start off with the main dining room, down on deck 3. You'll see some of the newer LED decorative screens as you walk in to this brand new interpretation of a Quantum class main dining room. One of the interesting design items is as you're eating dinner, if you're in the right place, you can actually look up into the via, which we'll see later. And of course on deck 3 we have Casino Royale, which you'll find on every Royal Caribbean ship. You'll find the Royal Theatre design pretty much the same as every other Quantum class ship, but that doesn't take anything away from it. It is a beautiful theater, well designed, and you can see some great high quality production shows. Now we're moving up to deck 4 to the Royal Esplanade, and this is where you'll find a lot of shopping, food, and a great place to walk around and people watch. We were there for New Year's, so they had this great countdown timer going on. So here you'll find guest services if you need something taken care of. Right across the way is Boleros, Royal Caribbean's Cuban themed bar, a great place to grab a mojito and sit back and relax, or get up and dance with the band. You can go to the logo shop to pick up your favorite Royal Caribbean themed souvenir that you want to take home. Port Merchants, also on deck 4, has all of the duty-free alcohol, tobacco, and other items you might be looking for. Odyssey has an actual Starbucks, not a cafe promenade that serves Starbucks, but this is an actual Starbucks location. You can use the Starbucks app here and get all of your favorite drinks that you would get on land. Another Royal Caribbean staple is Cafe Promenade, where you can go get some coffee, some drinks, and some snacks at almost any time of the day. And next door, you have Sorrento's, where you can go grab some pizza at almost any time of the day. The Crown and Compass Pub, found on deck 4, is a great place to go get a draft beer, and in the evenings sit back and listen to some acoustic music. Regalia is a great place to go if you're looking for some fine jewelry. Or maybe even a watch. And next door to Regalia is a store solely dedicated to Invicta watches. The collection is a great place to go pick up some sunglasses, some jewelry, or a name brand clothing item. Solera Beauty is the place to go if you need to pick up some makeup or some cologne or perfume. One of the coolest venues that debuted on the Quantum class is the Music Hall, and you'll find it here on Odyssey also. A great place to hang out, especially in the evenings when you've got bands rocking the stage. And you can also take up a game of pool while in the Music Hall. So on Deck 4 also, you'll find the Diamond Club. This is a lounge that is exclusive to members of the Royal Caribbean Crown and Anchor Society that have reached Diamond, Diamond Plus, or Pinnacle status. Every night they have happy hour here, and in the morning there'll be a continental breakfast. It's a great place to talk with the Diamond concierge to either get things sorted out or an excursion booked and grab a bite to eat. So now we've made it to Deck 5 and we're at Focus Photo Gallery. This is where you can check out the photos you've taken with photographers across the ship, or maybe buy a GoPro, a memory card, or some other photo accessory that you need for the cruise. One of my favorites, Chops Grill, where you can truly get the finest steaks at sea. And right outside is the Schooner Bar, another place you'll see on almost every Royal Caribbean ship. It's a great place to gather with friends, do some trivia contests, listen to a piano player, and grab some drinks. And I highly recommend the lavender, I believe it's a daiquiri. It looks more like a martini, but they call it the lavender daiquiri. Go to Izumi to get some spectacular sushi. Another Royal Caribbean concept that debuted on the Quantum class ships, the Bionic Bar, one of the most unique places that you can go get a drink. Just a note, they do have non-alcoholic drinks if you want to take your kids there to check it out. Wonderland is a specialty restaurant that also debuted on the Quantum class of ships, and we really enjoyed our visit when we were on Odyssey of the Seas. In fact, I wanted to show you some of the interesting food items that we had. Continuing on Deck 5, which is truly end-to-end on the ship, we go into the Via and had this beautiful water drop artwork by the elevators. But as we continue into the Via, it had these beautiful blue ceilings, and this was what I showed earlier, the view down in the MDR. Now, if I was eating in the MDR, not sure if I'd want people looking down on me, but I did think it was a cool feature. So also here you'll find Giovanni's Italian Kitchen. Now this is the same space you would find Jamie's Italian on most of the other Quantum class ships. But this is Royal Caribbean's new Italian concept, different than Giovanni's table that you'll find on many ships. And it's a new rustic Italian menu, wood oven pizzas. We've really enjoyed it. And this is Giovanni's wine bar you'll find next door. This is where you would have found vintages on other Quantum class ships. What I really like about this wine bar is you can also order a la carte certain items off the Giovanni's Kitchen menu, including the wood oven pizzas. The shopping area at the Via is where you can find many fine brands of high-end watches. Just make sure you bring a credit card that has a very high limit on it. I was happy to see that they carried my favorite, Breitling. Down the hall, you'll find Next Cruise, where they'll help you find that next vacation and gladly take a deposit. Across the way is Cafe 270. This is a great location to grab a breakfast sandwich in the morning, or a salad or sandwich for lunch, or maybe some dessert items or some coffee. One of the most unique venues that debuted on Quantum class ships is also on Odyssey of the Seas, and that is 270. This is a great venue to hang out during the day, relax, read a book, have a sandwich from Cafe 270. The windows provide an incredible 260-degree view out the rear of the ship. And then at nighttime, 270 becomes a spectacular theater. Way up on Deck 12, we move to Adventure Ocean, where kids can go spend the day having fun with their friends. They have different rooms for different age groups, and it's really well done on Odyssey of the Seas. Now on Deck 14, my favorite place, Coastal Kitchen. This is a restaurant reserved for guests that are staying in suites and also Pinnacle guests. Teppanyaki is a new concept that has debuted on Odyssey of the Seas. This is a classic hibachi restaurant, and you've seen on other ships Izumi restaurants that have hibachi also, but this is a restaurant that's fully dedicated to the hibachi experience. So I wanted to present some of the Teppanyaki show. One of the great things that you'll see right here is the view that you get while having your meal. So I'd kind of recommend, unless it's summertime when the day stays late, if you're on the ship during the winter and the hours are shorter, try to get in a lunch. That way you can take in this incredible view during the day. As you can see here, we had the ocean going right by us. let's continue on to the pool deck. Odyssey of the Seas has one of our favorite places to grab lunch, El Loco Fresh, where you can get tacos, burritos, nachos, and other items. Splashaway Bay is a great place for the kids to spend time in the water. The main pool area has a newer design from other Quantum class ships, and is decorated in that newer Caribbean theme that Royal Caribbean has been upgrading their boats to. And of course they have their new pool bar concept, the lime and the coconut. So an interesting big change from previous Quantum class ships is what I've called main pool number 2. On other ships, this is an indoor pool, completely enclosed, which is great for cold weather environments. But they decided to make Odyssey dedicated to the warm weather environments, and they've made this now an outdoor pool. Very different from what we've seen before. The solarium is much like you'd see on other Quantum class ships, which is great because this is one of the best solariums, in my opinion, in the entire fleet, with its multiple levels of pools and hot tubs and incredible views. Wanted to show you quickly the touchless elevator buttons on Odyssey. You can work off those meals from the MDR or those steaks from Chops at the Vitality Fitness Center. Or for some relaxation, check out the spa. Outside on the running deck, I'm a big fan of the inspirational messages. On deck 15, you'll also find the North Star. Unfortunately, it wasn't running when I was videoing. Cool thing they added on Odyssey were these whirlpools that sit on deck 15 but look up over the main pool down on 14. They also have these casitas that you can rent for a day, but there is a fee. Outside of the Seaplex, there's some nice areas for sitting and shuffleboard, and some fun games to play, including Twister, soccer ball based pool, or a game of chess. Odyssey does have Ripcord by iFly. I'll link to my review of Ripcord up above. Odyssey also has the classic rock climbing wall. And every Quantum class ship has an animal statue, this one a cat. Deck 15's a great place to catch some incredible views. Try out your surfing skills on the Flow Rider, located at the rear of the ship. Odyssey also has the Skypad, which you'll find on some of the other Royal Caribbean ships. Skypad's a place you can jump up and down while you're harnessed in, and also put on a virtual reality helmet, which will change the entire experience. The VR helmet is optional, and Ryan here is getting set up to go on it right now and is going to demonstrate what it's like to jump up and down on SkyPad. But if you go up these stairs next to SkyPad, you'll find one of the coolest things I think they've added on to Odyssey of the Seas. So you're wrapping around SkyPad as you go up, and when you get here, you're on the outside of the ship, on the outer edge of SkyPad, and you're actually walking above the water as it floats by. I just thought this was a really cool concept. And of course, Ryan decided to test out the strength of the glass below him. Now we'll move on to the Seaplex, which is sitting on deck 15 and 16. This is a great multi-purpose facility where you can do such things as bumper car riding. In fact, here's a video of us on the bumper cars where I actually let Ryan steer this time, and you can see the mayhem that occurs. You can also take in a game of soccer or basketball, or take advantage of some of the arcade games. There's also a new virtual reality concept called Zone Zero on Deck 15. This wasn't open when we were on Odyssey, but here is some clips of what the experience is like. Odyssey of the Seas also has the first playmakers on a Quantum class ship. They changed the layout of the upstairs Deck 16 in the Seaplex in order to accommodate the playmakers. And it's a great place to catch a game, grab a beer, your favorite drink, maybe a game of pool, and hang out and have a great time with friends. We stayed in an aft balcony on Odyssey of the Seas. I'll link to that review of that room up above, but wanted to show you some of the great views that we were able to get from the rear of the ship. Well, I hope you really enjoyed this tour of Odyssey of the Seas. We know we didn't capture everything, like Windjammers, we never made it there, but if there's something else you want to see, let us know in the comments down below. Really hope you enjoyed this and that it was helpful. If it was, please hit that like button down below. It really helps us out. And also, check out the rest of the channel and subscribe so you don't miss any future cruising content. This is Matt from Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews. Happy cruising, everybody.